Hello everybody. Today, I will be dissecting the true meaning behind the symbology of Ashlar Stones within Freemasonry. Without further ado, let's get started. We start with Manly P. Hall's book titled, Lectures on Ancient Philosophy, 1929, Chapter 19, page 433. Freemasonry, a fraternity within a fraternity, an outer organization concealing an inner brotherhood of the elect. Before it is possible to intelligently discuss the origin of the craft, it is necessary to establish the existence of these two separate yet interdependent orders, the one visible and the other invisible. To the ones of the elect, the secret and invisible society, dedicated to the service of a mysterious arcanum arcanorum, meaning the mystery of mysteries, specifically, the one ultimate secret supposed to lie behind all astrology, alchemy, and magic. On page 2, the introduction of his book, Hall states that Freemasonry, though not appearing to be a religion on the outside, is essentially a religious order, once you begin to reach the highest ranks of the fraternity. On a separate page of his book, he states that the part of the symbols are revealed to the initiate during the process. He goes on to say that they are intentionally misled by false interpretations. The blind force of the people is a force that must be economized, and also managed, as the blind force of steam, lifting the ponderous iron arms and turning the large wheels, is made to bore and rifle the cannon and to weave the most delicate lace. It must be regulated by intellect. Intellect is to the people and the people's force, what the slender needle of the compass is to the ship, its soul, always counseling the huge mass of wood and iron, and always pointing to the north. To attack the citadels built up on all sides against the human race by superstition and despotism. In the minds of universal Freemasonry, people are nothing more than blind energy, made to be enslaved. One dog will devour 9 men, but one man will devour 9 dogs. Break this up any which way, but what you have here is the two who remain, and they are the equal and opposite force of the checkered floorboard. Freemasonry calls this the illusion of the mind. A metaphor symbolizing that the pack always unknowingly possesses all the power and yet is still dominated by the minority because of the installation of control through fear and division. It is also said that this force must have a brain, an invisible guide that leads it in direction with Freemasonry. We are the body parts that move towards will. Quote, we have visible 3 faces, and 9 external lines, drawn between 7 points. The complete cube has 3 more faces, making 6, 3 more lines, making 12, and 1 more point, making 8. As the number 12 includes the sacred numbers 3, 5, 7, and 3 times 3, or 9, and is produced by adding the sacred number 3 to 9, while its own 2 figures, 1, 2, the unit or monad, and duad, added together, make the same sacred number 3. It was called the perfect number, and the cube became the symbol of perfection, produced by force, acting by rule, hammered in accordance. The rough ashlar is the people, as a mass, rude and unorganized. The perfect ashlar, or cubical stone, symbol of perfection, is the state, the rulers deriving their powers from the consent I the governed, the constitution and laws speaking the will of the people, the government harmonious, symmetrical, efficient, its powers properly distributed and duly adjusted in equilibrium. This, Satanism, is the spiritual brain. So where is this brain taking us? The Confederate States Army, also called the Confederate Army or simply the Southern Army, was the military land force of the Confederate States of America, commonly referred to as the Confederacy during the American Civil War from 1861 until 1865. Fighting against the United States forces in order to uphold the institution of slavery in the southern states, the Grand Pontiff of Universal Freemasonry who calls you the vulgar herd and vile multitude. It is he who also believes that Lucifer, who was expelled from heaven for rebelling against God, is the light bearer, and this is the highest authority of and within Freemasonry as well as man.